December looks set to be a month of reflection for you as you take some time to turn inwards in order to listen to yourself, honor yourself, and acknowledge the path you've already walked in life. In many ways, this is a celebration, a time to realize just how vibrant, creative, and intuitive you truly are. At the same time though, there is also a sense of deepening self-awareness when it comes to how much of your time, energy, resources, and soul you have given to others. Of course, you are a generous and giving soul, but you've given of yourself when you felt empty and cold inside, you've given when you've been depleted, and you've given even when you've lacked foundations. Yes, you are the rock in the lighthouse, and you are the dependable and the reliable one, and you have taken this role very seriously. Shining the light for others and illuminating the way when they are lost or in need of help is honorable, but on some level, you have lost sight of the spirit of such a role, as surely being the lighthouse has to be dependent on your own well-being? You can't be a rock without foundation? How can you shine a light if you have no light left within? In essence, this is a wake-up call, a time of reckoning when you turn to face the depths of your soul in order to better understand the reasons why you do what you do. Only you can know the truth, but it seems so important to understand why you so often place yourself at the bottom of the pile when it comes to self-care and prioritizing your own needs. It's time now to reconnect to your heart and soul in order to embrace a new way of living and being. Connect to your inner light and let it illuminate your inner world in order to show you how to live more wholeheartedly and in balance. Libra. December looks set to be an important month for you to take some big, deep breaths, as there is a sense that you are beginning to feel a deeper connection to the spaces within the spaces in life. As mentioned previously, this is similar to the moment between an in-breath and an out-breath where you are doing neither one nor the other. It's not always easy to see why connecting to the spaces can be important, but for you with your busy head and inquiring mind, it's necessary in order to connect to stillness and to find a piece of peace within your heart and soul. It's hard to articulate, but it's as though you were on the threshold of a brand new chapter in your life. The many different aspects of your world are merging together into something even more beautiful and majestic. This has been a long time coming as you have been scattered throughout time and space trying to keep on keeping on. Your consciousness is here, there, and everywhere at the same time as you've been trying to make sense as to why things are the way they are. Whilst it is unquestionably difficult to explain this, intuitively you have a sense that your far-reaching awareness and ability to see a kaleidoscope of sounds, sights, memories, and smells in a single instant can be both a blessing and not at the same time. Yet, the more you have embraced your gifts and acknowledged the ones you're not so fond of, the more you have become one with the infinity within your heart and soul. A sense of peace is emerging, enabling you to live a more awakened, creative, and connected life. This is a monumental shift, reaching deeply into every area of your life as you reconnect to your essence in order to cultivate happiness, joy, and contentment. Just remember that it all begins from those spaces within spaces, Scorpio. You have been standing at something of a threshold in your life for quite some time, sensing a new chapter about to begin, but not having a clear sense as to which direction to follow or why. The more you have contemplated this crossroads, the more you have seen the myriad of pathways that converge and diverge all around you, an infinity of possibilities. To most people around you, looking in, such a perspective might feel overwhelming, but it feels perfectly natural and peaceful for you. In essence, your phenomenal awareness reaches far and wide, enabling you to see both the bigger picture and the finer details. Although you find it much easier to see this in others, when you pause and recenter you can see your own possibilities with more clarity and wisdom. Deep within your heart and soul there is a longing for peace, for a sense of knowing that you are exactly where you need to be and that you know exactly which path to follow next. However, there is a sense that following one path really isn't the right option for you as the converging and diverging paths all have relevance for you at the current time. In essence, this suggests a need for you to stop focusing on where to go next and instead focus on where you are now. The more in tune you can become with the infinity of possibilities within you, the more you will realize that the new chapter about to begin isn't about which path to follow, it's about acknowledging that there isn't a single direction or clear-cut answer. This may seem confusing, but it's time to find peace in the unknowable and to trust your intuition to guide you forwards. The more you can go with the flow of your own intuition, you will finally find the freedom to look beyond the boundaries of your doubts and beliefs in order to live a more wholehearted and enriching life. Sagittarius. You have been going through a fairly intense and profound period of change recently, which has been rippling out from the core of your being. As a result, the energy and dynamic of your beliefs, hopes, dreams and expectations has taken center stage as you contemplate the bigger picture of your life. This process of change seems to be driven by a need for you to discern between what you truly want and what you think you should want in life. Being everything to yourself looks set to take center stage now, not in a selfish or indulgent way, but in an I love and respect myself way. You have spent so much of your life in between where you are and where you feel you should be. It's time to focus more on where you are. By all means, let your dreams and ambitions motivate and guide you, but try not to get lost in oughts, musts or shoulds, as this is your moment to step free from the tethers of outdated beliefs and the constraints of trying to be anyone other than yourself. Ban ought from your vocabulary and let go of the feelings of disempowerment it can create for you. Shift your focus towards acknowledging what you truly and wholeheartedly want, as this needs to be your guide moving forwards now. You have spent so long trying to be the person you felt you've needed to be that you might not feel any sort of connection with what you truly want, but give yourself time and open up your heart and soul as your intuition will take you by the hand and show you the way. Capricorn. December looks set to be a month for some reflection and contemplation as you gather together the many different insights you have unearthed recently. You have been exploring some interesting terrain within your heart and soul over recent weeks and months in a quest to try to understand why things are the way they are. As a result, many questions have surfaced in connection to the life you're living, the one you felt you could or should have lived, as well as trying to gaze ahead to see what's next. An important part of this process has been a willingness to acknowledge and own the choices you've made as well as the ones you haven't, a sense that every choice is a choice, even choosing not to make a choice. The more you look within, it seems that you are beginning to feel a growing sense of connection to your intuition and your sense of self. Knowing yourself looks set to take center stage over the weeks ahead as you stop feeling so at odds with yourself to keep trying to do more, achieve more and be more. Your mind is a formidable force in your life, but it's important to let your heart breathe more freely, allowing your intuition, creativity, and compassion to flow without your mind trying to shape and define the process. When you find balance between your head and your heart, the need to keep asking questions to make sense of things fades as you begin to intuitively sense your way forward. In short, it seems clear that it's time to believe in yourself more in order to find more balance in all areas of your life. Find unity within your head, heart, and soul, as together they bring you insight, wisdom, and the courage to live your very best life. Pause, take a deep breath as it's time to let go, trust and be free. Aquarius. Your life has been on fast forward recently as you have been preoccupied with things to do, people to see and places to go. At the same time, you have continued to seek out ways to untangle the complexity of your life, trying to establish some breathing space and trying to work out why things are the way they are. Although you do seem to have found some breathing space, you haven't as yet noticed a significant change when it comes to how you feel or how you live your life. As a result, you're not quite sure how to get from where you are to where you want to be, nor can you fathom how you got from over there to here. Of course, your life is usually busy and full of things to do, but there is a sense that you need something more now. When you're busy, you're often on autopilot and you want to feel a deeper sense of freedom now as you live more consciously and wholeheartedly. Autopilot mode is understandable, but it stops you from thinking about what you're doing, why, when or with whom, as you're disconnected from your effervescence and intuition. Whilst there will always be things to do in life that are mundane, your life seems a little too full of these at the moment, and this has left you lacking interest in your hopes and dreams. So, try to take some time in December to reconnect to the core of your being. breathe deeply into your heart and soul, and allow your creativity and sense of balance to emerge once again, Pisces. As you continue to find ways to navigate the ebb and flow of life, there is a sense that the ebb and flow has felt less rhythmic and more tenacious recently. It's like you are trying to go with the flow, but moving in the opposite direction as well. Being you is frequently a source of bewilderment and perplexity. It's often incomprehensible and confusing as you try to work out why you do the things you do and make the choices you make. Although intuitively you have access to a great deal of wisdom and knowledge, you often doubt this of yourself and feel as though you are being carried by the currents without any real say in the matter. Of course, you know that you are a creator of the currents, but due to a misplaced layer of doubt, you so often push your phenomenal intuition aside. Whilst you don't deliberately try to be obtuse or get lost with the currents, it's clear that you want to be more conscious and fluid in life. It's therefore important for you to start working out why you feel the way you do. Why do you so often feel powerless when you have so much strength, courage, and wisdom? Listen to the voice calling you from deep within as you bring back together the different facets of your being into a more cohesive, unified, and beautiful whole. Acknowledge your strength and your gifts, tenderly love your inner self and find a new balance in living wholeheartedly and embracing your true self. By Sarah Jane Grace.